Hello, good morning everyone. Good morning Shweta, Gopika, Lav, and a very happy Diwali to you all. Good morning Jayashri. So, I think good morning Samir and Diwali wishes to everyone there. Happy Diwali everyone. So is today the Diwali for you all or tomorrow? Tomorrow is it? Okay, tomorrow. Okay, fine. So that means today evening and tomorrow morning. Okay, that's nice. Very nice, friends. I think we are not having a class tomorrow, so that's what my schedule is showing. So I think tomorrow morning we don't have a class. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, friends. So I think I'll just give a minute's time for everyone to come. So we have almost 8 participants for today. Let's see if others are joining or it's fine. Okay. Shweta is saying in the module 6 the course, I mean the data sets are in the RAR format, right? Okay, you don't have it in zip. What you can do is, Shweta, you can just mail the support at edureka.co and tell them that you need that file in a zip format or you need those files mailed to you automatically. So you can just mail them, the support team, support at edureka.co. I think they should be able to help you out. Okay, because I don't have any of those modules saved there and won't be able to send you that. They have the contents and things, everything with them. I think that's right. Okay, now coming to one important part of Tableau. So this is the mapping feature of Tableau. Okay, so what are maps and what are the? This is what we are going to see in module 6 of this course. So mapping feature is something definitely a unique feature which got added in Tableau. Okay, I'll say the reason why is if you see in maps, especially the maps that we are creating using Tableau. So you know, right, at the background, basically the location information has to be there. So if I'm going to create a maps for one particular country, I need to know the places within that country, I need to know the cities, the streets, and those information. Okay? So these informations are generally got by a service provider called WebMarketer. So now WebMarketer is a company which Tableau uses them. Okay. So this WebMarketer is a one. So WebMarketer, so they are the company who are servicing or providing service for maps and Tableau. Okay. So so coincidentally, this is the same service that is being used in Google Maps also. So then what is the advantage of having a map than using Tableau and the same maps than in Google Maps? Okay, the advantage here is, friends, and basically the amount of accuracy what you get over there. So the data is more accurate here because the services are being done through Google Maps. The data is much more accurate, and the places or the coordinates. There are 16 levels of basically the scrolling what you can do. The 16 levels of ways you can see. So that is at the hierarchical way of the map. That's one is at the globe level, then at the world level, then at the country level, city, and then coming to streets, and then state. So like that, it goes to 16 levels. So you can basically zoom in 16 levels of the maps. So that is some of the advantages what we have in maps, and basically in Tableau maps especially, these are some of the things that we are having. So we are going to see this mapping feature is really useful one, friends. Whenever you are having dashboard, when we saw the dashboard, the last example also you could have seen the example what they had given. In that, basically they had the maps there which was available, and they were actually clicking on individual maps and they were checking out how one particular state is doing or not in the URL property of dashboard. Okay. So moving on, friends. So this is what the maps is basically. So as I told you, the map image provides the background coordinates. So basically, each and every point which is coming over here is nothing but the coordinate. It's nothing but the latitude, longitude information. So unless until you have latitude and longitude information, you will not be able to map those coordinates there in the maps. Okay. So Tableau is designed to make most of the geographical area. So with instant geocoding, something which is available in Tableau, which turns the location information for you. Okay. So in the meantime, let me open my Tableau and keep it so ready for yours. Okay. So the Tableau automatically turns the location information for you, and as I told you, interactive maps with 16 levels of zoom which would be available. So in a visual environment of Tableau, you can explore and find few clicks. These are like fillers. Okay. And moving on, so this is how a coordinate would look like, friends. So as you all know, you must have heard about the latitude and the longitude. So latitude is something what we say between 0 to plus or minus 180 degree east or west, we say them as latitude. And 0 to plus or minus degree 90 degrees, we say if it is in north or south, we call them as longitude. So this is latitude and this side it is longitude. So basically positive latitudes indicates the northern hemisphere and the negative positive longitude indicates eastward. So that's how it works. So this is what the latitudes and the longitudes are about. And 0 degree, so as you all know, this is a normal maps what we see there. So there is a way to point on a globe. Every point in a globe has a unique latitude longitude. So if I'm saying a country like India, if you are taking, or the USA, what we see, it would have a different latitude and longitude in the world maps. So for a country to be located, it should be within this latitude and this longitude. So that's how we identify the countries. So that is something like what we know already. So that's what. Okay. And as I told you, it uses the service for web Mercator. Mercator, I think I have misspelled this as Marketer, it is Mercator. Web Mercator. Okay, friends. How would you create a coordinate point? Let me see. So can you all open your Tableau and keep things ready if you are having it? Can you connect to the sample superstore? Okay, so let me open the sample superstore data, friend. Okay, so this was the dashboard what I was referring to you. So which had the coordinate points there and it was showing the profits for each and every state. Let's try creating a similar mapping feature. Okay, I'm just going to the sheet You can just see what is there. So for a map, whatever things that is displayed there, on size it is sales, on postal code is in detail, state is given in detail, and there is something called profit ratio which is given in colors, and they have added some filters. So the main thing what we are able to see is this latitude and longitude alone is in the columns and the rows. Okay. Now what we will do, we will create a map for ours. Okay. So how to identify a field with a map separately? So that is one thing to know. As you can all see, there are the dimensions which that is available by default. There is something called customer dimension, the orders. So these are the order dimensions. So I'm just looking for the location. Yeah. So this is the hierarchy what I'm just looking for. Can you see here? All these coordinates, this is the country, the state, the city, the postal code, everything is having a different symbol. Though this is a number whole, and there is something called geographical role for each and everything there. Postal code is having a geographical role of zip code or postcode, and city is having a geographical role of city, and state is having a geographical role of state or province, and similarly the country is having a geographical role as country or region. So what is the thing that is different from that of a normal maps and how it is? So see here, this is going to be a new data set what we are going to take. So this was the existing data set what we took. Okay, I'm going to close this. Let me close all the connections. Now let me create a new connection, friends. You all take your Tableau, connect the same to sample superstore. Friends. Have you all done connecting? Let me take my Excel as a source. So yeah, I have to locate this maybe under my documents. So here, let me connect to this sample superstore, friends, module 1 dataset basic connection. Yeah, I'm connecting to the sample superstore.xls. Hope you all have connected to the same as well. Yeah, we can use both. Either we can use a global superstore or a local sample superstore. So, friends, if we want to use global superstore, we will use that. So as Jayashree wanted to see how the global superstore data is there, I'm just closing this connection, friends, and let me open a global superstore. So yeah, it might be boring for you all to see the same data source again and again. So let me this time open a global superstore. I think global superstore should be available in some other modules. Let me check here. Do we have a global superstore? Yeah, it is here. So I'm taking this global superstore 2016 data for now, friends. Okay. So let's work with this data set. Can you all please connect to global superstore? Okay. Yeah. Good morning, Shantini, and a very happy Diwali to you all. Okay. Sorry, good evening, I think. Yeah. Okay, friends. So now, what we will do, we will take this orders table, and we will place this orders table here. Let's take this orders table. So, did you notice something different in this data type? This postal code has been automatically detected as a global geographical field. Can you see that? This particular postal code has been automatically located as a geocoded field, which means this global superstore in this data set, I have certain fields, I have this country, the other fields. I didn't change that idea. I just connected to this data set even for the first time. I haven't connected it to this even before. And I just connected to this even for the first time. I was able to see, the state, the postal code, the country. These information being coming with a globe symbol there. Okay. Presently, the global superstore file is available under module available 2. You just go to this our LMS portal. Go to module 2. There you will be able to download the data set called global superstore. Yeah, Jayashree. My voice is breaking. Is it still breaking, friends? How about others? Okay. Samir, it's good now. Okay. Okay. Okay, friends. Let me know if something is there. Okay. So presently you can take it from module 2 of this data set, and there you will be able to find global superstore.xl as an Excel file. Okay. So now first thing what we will do is we will connect to this file. I'm taking this orders table, and you can see when I'm connecting to this orders table, automatically the fields, the geographical fields are being auto-identified by Tableau, and they have been assigned a data type for that by default, and it's been assigned a geographical code, geocoded field. It has been converted as a geographical field, and you can see like it is detecting those things automatically. So this is one feature what I wanted you all to know, friends. So Tableau has an inbuilt repository in that. So inbuilt repository means what that repository has is, it just has some, so this inbuilt repository, what we saw in Tableau, which will have the coordinates and the country names and state, city, street, the area, the zip code. Like that, the backend Tableau will have an in-memory file which would be automatically stored within Tableau, which will have these information for each and every country already. So India was very recently included, friends. I think in Tableau 9.2 or 9.3 India was included. Prior to that, India was not there, and moreover other countries such as Netherlands and other countries have been added now. They are being added now. So this is what it is, and this particular internal database, what I am talking, that has these information built in within. So whenever it is able to see that particular column with that name, so this postal code or the country name or the region, whenever it is able to see that particular column which is available there with that name, it automatically detects that column and makes it as a global field, geographical field. So that is what Tableau's capability is. And other than that, what it does, can you see here this latitude is coming as generated, longitude is coming as generated. So as I told you, from its internal database, it basically has this latitude information and longitude information saved. So whenever these fields are coming, it generates the latitude and longitude. Can you see here a generated field with latitude values used with geographical dimensions in map views. So whenever I am using these things, friends, automatically this geography is getting enabled and we are able to see that. Okay, is it clear friends how this particular field is being auto-detected? So that's how each and every field, not every field, at least the geographical fields are being identified by Tableau as, okay, this is going to be my geographical field and I'll have this coordinate assigned to this and this is there in my database. So in this later part of this class, we will be seeing about how to give our own custom geographic codes. If you wanted to do something custom there in the maps, how to do that. We will see about that in a later part of the same module. But this is one thing what you should understand. Are you all getting me, everyone? Do you have any questions? Okay. Okay friends, so now we are done with this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one of the geographical fields here. Okay. Let me see. I'm taking this state. I'm just double clicking this state. You see what is happening? Automatically when I'm double clicking this state, my longitude comes to my columns and latitude comes to my rows. And if you show under the show me, by default there are two maps which is available. One is the map what you are seeing. This we call them as the symbol map, and this one is called as filled map. Okay, the symbol map is basically like looking like a circle or a symbol or a dot, and there is a filled map which fills the entire area with some colors. So these are the regions within the United States, and this is how they start working. So what we can do here is, for now, I would like to see profit based on each and every state or the city. So what I'm doing, I'm taking my profit field, okay, I'm dropping it in color. And as soon as I dropped it in my color, you see what has happened? The countries which are having lesser profit are being marked in kind of an orange color. You will be able to see that from the legends which is available. So I just drop my country here in orange color. Okay, and now what I'm doing, I'm taking the discount percentage or what is the discount what I have given and just dropping it in. And I'm taking the shipping cost. So shipping cost is available here, and I'm just adding it in detail. So now what happens, whenever I'm just scrolling that particular thing, it is basically showing me the discount is 364.3 and profit is minus 25,729. So that is my profit for Texas. Similarly, it is basically the data which is there for United States alone. So that's why this particular values are there. So I'm just going to click on view data here. So this basically gives you the list of all columns and the values what we have, and this is how it is. I just wanted to show you the coordinate point. Let me click somewhere here. I'm clicking on view data here. Yeah, and you see here, this is the state, and here we have the latitude generated as 39.25 and longitude as minus 116.750. So this latitude and longitude information will be generated for every state. And I told you about 16 levels of zoom there. So I can just zoom like this and see those individual states like this. So if at all I have to see something more about this particular state, I can look onto that information about that particular state. Similarly, this is going to be a search bar wherein you can type a particular city. So you can just type in that city name, automatically that particular city gets highlighted. So what is the profit here and what has been done over there in California. If I'm interested about this particular city, I'll be looking information on this. And also you can observe that in the marks tab automatically it has changed to filled map. here, or automatic maps. So that is also the other point. Similarly, you can just make use of these tools and create the maps and make use of the maps. So you can just drag and drop this particular map here. And there are various tools. So this is like a pan tool, is just for dragging things and dropping it out. So you can just pull this here. So these information you can do using these tools. You can export these tools further. So there are other tools that this is for selection tools, the lasso selection, where it is used for selecting one particular city to another. You can just select multiple cities. So I told you there were options for grouping and all. So you can just create a groups for these particular cities alone. You can just click on any one of this and you can create a group for these. And you see here you can create a set, you can create groups and you can play around with these data and see like these are the profitable states and these are non-profitable states. Like that you can create some groups and you can play around with this. Okay. So now moving on, friends. So this is what we have it with the map. So as you see, if a latitude and longitude is missing from the data, Tableau automatically determines the coordinates from the geographical place name and it is getting generated there. So that's why if latitude and longitude is not there in your data set, Tableau automatically creates them. So that's why it is coming as generated data. And robust internal database, what we saw, that can recognize common geographical fields such as these. And the data pane will rename the fields automatically based on their geography. And we have something called postal code which is there. So how to change that if something is not there as a geographical field? I just showed you that, but I didn't change anything. So we'll just see. I'm just making this field as a non-geographical field. I'm just right clicking here to this geographical role. I'm just saying it as none. Can you see? As soon as I change this postal code as a non-geographical field, automatically it is looking like a normal data with a data type ABC. This is what it is looking like. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to click here. How to assign a geographical role if a field does not have. So not like for any field you can assign a geographical role. You should know like this is going to be a geographical field. We know, right? The state, the country, the city, the postal code, the region. These things are geographical codes. You can just go to the geographical role and click on whatever geographical role that belongs to. So zip code or postal code. You can just assign the geographical role to that so that that information is available for us. So I'm just dropping this postal code here in detail and I'll be able to see the details on each and every geographical code. And see now after I change this, the map has been changed to, I'm no more having a filled map there, and instead I'm having some circles around this particular map. And every other region, because it is represented by the zip postal code, right? So postal code is this and this is the other postal code. So that's why the data has been spread out now. You can just go to the colors and edit the colors to make it more vibrant, and you can just have a set colors for these and click on apply, click on OK, or change the colors view there. So for each and every area you can just change it, change the coordinates, the colors. You can just see it's like giving you kind of a region kind of thing because it is differentiating it based on the postal code. Hope you are all able to get the same result. So here if I am searching for one particular state here, like California, USA, I'm just clicking on the search. So this is what, under California we have various postal codes. that is available, and this is the profit that has been made by each and everything. So the points are so small here, so you can just zoom them further to see the more details about one particular thing. Within California, what are the things that are there, and what are the coordinates and the points which is available. So this is what we are able to see this from this maps, friends, and this is how you assign the postal code. You can use various shapes. So here, this is a good example to take you on the shape. So you can just go to this particular map, and so you can just go to this particular state mark type. You can just change this mark type to shape. So automatically a shape appears, and you can just change the shape of these like this, or a fill symbol like this, or a star like this. You can just change the shape based on the color codings, whatever you are having. So for this particular thing, you are able to see a few stars like this. So because the profit is not that high, it is coming in that color. You can basically change the shapes and make it look even better. State information. So this is how you can change the shape of the map. Okay. So now I'm just giving you the going to this. There are options within the map. There are map options that is available. So once you create a map, as we enable the dashboard and things, a map icon will get enabled there. There is something called map layers and map options. Okay, so here this map layers and map options, what it is going to tell. So I can basically define the style of this map. I don't want the map to be on a styled light style. I want it in a bit more darker or a normal style. So dark will be like this. So the darker shade of the map would look something like this. So it is kind of a night view kind of thing, and you can just select this option. I'm keeping it normal for now. And there are certain things such as the coastlines within. So if you like to see the coastal lines for the map, so these are the coastal lines. The lines what we are able to see there, these are the coastal lines. And currently if you see the streets and highways are not getting highlighted. The reason for that is I haven't zoomed in enough. So after I zoomed in, now can you see the streets and highway got enabled. So I can now enable my streets and highways look. So this basically tells me where the road goes from, what are the streets and highways if you would like to. Friends, am I audible to you all? Okay, Loki, that seems like I'm audible to everyone there. Can you please see if you can reconnect, or if you are able to hear me well now? Yeah, I'll repeat the map layers, friends. A few of our friends are not able to hear me, it seems. I'm just repeating this. So this map layers is what it is. Like under the map, you have something called map layers. After you click this map layers, it's nothing but it's going to give you more options to perform. Okay. So earlier when I had used this mapping layer, you can see like I was not able to. So this is like a very high level of zooming, and the streets and highways, these things were not highlighted. These things were not highlighted, the light, the state, province. many things are not highlighted here. The reason for that is the level of zoom is, I have just kept it a high level of zoom. So I'm just going to a particular city or a state. Okay. So here you can see that, and you can just enable the streets and highways here. So here you have the streets and highways. As you can see, you have the streets information, you have the highways information, you have the other information now enabled, and you can basically look out for other information from this mapping layer. So this map layer is nothing but it's going to give you some information on the background level, how to make modifications, the beautifications to the map, and add, for example, use metro boundaries and adding other stuff to the map. So this is like metro boundaries of US, and it's showing us that. And we can also display the place names, and we can see the what are the metro boundaries that is there with the place names, and use metro labels if you want to enable it. Enable the labels also. So it basically helps me to see the map in more details. Okay. So that is one thing for you all to notice. And there is also something called data layers. So this is basically based on US data in specific. So population growth percentage from 2016 until 2021, how that is looking. And you see here each and every color shows that population growth is going to be much here. So from 2016 until 2021. So this is the data what they have taken it from online. So since this is the Tableau's default map, these informations are available. So you also have an option to create your own maps. I'll show you that how to do. But these options will not be available there in the maps what you are creating. So that is one thing for you to note, that the maps whatever you are creating, that may not have these information. So this is based on US population data, and what is the population growth? It's going to be -280 to 1.140 on these places. And you can just zoom out to see more information on which states of United States are going to have more population growth and how things are looking for overall. And you see lot more information is just compressed within a single map. You can just see just like a constellation of stars. That's how this is looking like now. So you can embed so much information within a single map, and you can make wonders using the map. It's very powerful mapping capabilities of that. Friends, everyone, did you understand the mapping layer? Okay. Okay, friends. So now, as we move on, we have seen about the mapping layers, and these are the streets and highways options what we just enabled. And this is something like what I wanted to show it to you. Can you see here, friends, though I have represented all data in my map, it is saying some information there. There are 1053 values that are unknown geographic location. That means it is saying there are almost 1053 values which are not having any geographical location. So how Tableau is saying that? It is saying based on your data, I am unable to find the data for these 1053 locations. I am unable to find the data for these 1053 locations. So that's what Tableau is telling me how to resolve this. So if I am double clicking here, there is something called edit locations which is coming. And I see here it is not recognizing some of those locations based on the zip postal code. So the list is like around 1053 items. It's not able to recognize. So I'm just seeing what are those items, and these are some of the matching locations. So it is saying there is one issue there in matching the postal codes because of this particular location. There is an issue with the postal code. So under the country or region. So what either I can do is I can so assume that I don't have this postal code also. I'm just removing this postal code from this view. Okay. Now I'm going to click on the 1053 locations, what I'm seeing. Can you see now? 1053 issues have come. So these many countries, it's not able to, these many states, it's not able to recognize that. So why you think that this issue is there, friends? Why you think the states are not getting recognized, and what is the issue with this? So you are saying it is outside the US data. So friends, this is how I pulled the unrecognized locations. So what I did is I just clicked on this 1K unknown. Okay. And as soon as I clicked it, there is something called edit locations which is available. So I just clicked on this edit location. Automatically the unrecognized location got opened for me. Okay, so now why this issue is there? So the issue is basically there is, it is basically having more than one match for each and everything. So I might have a place which is, I might have my own city with some names which might be there in other countries also, right? So not mandatory that I should, so Hyderabad is there in India and as well as it is there in Pakistan. Punjab is there in India and Pakistan as well. So the country or a place can be there more than a place within a country can be there. With the same name it can be there for more than one country. So that is possible, right? So in those scenarios, Tableau will not be able to identify those things. Okay. So how to do that? If you know the country names, you should know all the places within the country. So you should basically, if you know the country or a place name, you should basically enter the latitude or enter a latitude and longitude. It is asking to enter a latitude and longitude. But I don't know my latitude and longitude for this particular place. I do not know what this place belongs to also. So in that case, how to do that? How to make this issue, sort this issue out? What I can do to do that? Any options, friends? What do you know? So either I do not know the country names. I cannot manually enter. Even if I know the names, I cannot manually enter for all 1053 countries or 1053 places. I cannot manually enter the details like latitude and longitude information. I cannot give that. So what else I can do? Okay, you are showing it by state, right? Okay. Currently we are seeing the information by state. Yeah, if we know the coordinates, we can put that, but it's not possible, right? I'm very poor in my memory, so I can't remember, or I can't search in Google each and every time. That would be really time consuming for me to search each and every time in Google and enter the coordinate point. Okay, so for this cases, what we can do? You carefully observe this. Yeah, Shweta. Yes. So now what we have to do in general scenarios like this, friends, whenever you are having unrecognized data. So what I can do, I can just add a parent of this attribute. That would be, which is my parent of my attribute. My parent of my state is country, right? I'm just adding the country here. So I'm just adding the country here. After adding my country, my issues got reduced now to 16 unknown. I'm again going to this location. It's not able to recognize these places alone. After adding, because within the United States itself there are more than one places which are having the same name. Okay, what next I can do? I added the state, I added the country. What else I can add? So basically when you are adding the items, maybe the next thing what I can add is I can add a city. I'm just adding a city in the view, friends. And after I add the city, now my issue got even more confusing. So now what happened? Now again there are like some cities which are even more confusion level has come to the map. So finally, when I'm adding this postal code to this detail view again, so either what I can do is, either I'm just removing this graph for now, friends. So just like I'm just clearing off the sheet. Okay, let me first take the country here or state here. Okay, so let me take the state. I'm double clicking on the state, and you can see like there are 1053 issues that were found in this. Okay. Now what I do, I just add a parent of this. So basically in certain cases here in certain cities or things are not unrecognizable. So not recognizable to that extent. So I'm just adding the city also to this. So after the city, the issues become even more. And I'm just adding the country here. I'm double-clicking this country. And as soon as I added the country information here, since this is going to be a global data frame, it has the data for almost all countries here. So for India, for other states, everything it has the country's information. Maybe I'll show it with the field map. Okay, field map is not available with city geographical role, so I'm just removing the city for now. So for now, I would like to have the field map here based on the profit. I would like to have it in colors. So which country is doing well? I would like to see that. Country I have added, state I have added, city I am not adding it for now. So maybe now what I will do is I will add the postal code. I'll just take this postal code, add it to the colors. Okay, so I'm sorry. I think I added the postal code in colors. Let me just undo that. I need to add the postal code in detail shell. Postal code, and now I'll add the city also. So in general scenarios, friends, what happens? In general scenarios, what happens is once you add a parent hierarchy, automatically the number of issues what we are seeing, that will get reduced in most times. So since this is going to be a geographically spread country, there are still certain locations what you can not basically do that. So here you can basically enter the country names like that manually. So you can just enter, because in Central itself there are many countries which are there called Central. So I'm just giving the name as Central here for this. So like that I can just type in the names for other unrecognized countries, whatever I'm having. Manually I can do that. So only purpose here, because it's going to be a global thing and we do not know for each and every country. So in a normal map, most of the scenarios you should be able to know that, and there are only 37 unknown data. So either you can choose to filter the data. So you can just filter that data, and can you see here now? I'm not able to see any unrecognized field anymore. So for the countries which it is not recognizing, I just filtered out that data, so automatically this went out. So in order to resolve any issue like this, friend, so assume that I just had this postal code alone, or if I had my city alone, I can just add the parent of that. So once I'm adding the parent field of that particular item, automatically it resolves my issue there. So I'm saying, I'm just giving a city name alone. I'm saying like Hyderabad. I'm just mentioning the city name alone. So without mentioning the country, if I'm giving city alone, that point of time Tableau was not able to recognize that. And so there are two or more places with the same name. So again I can add the zip code and the postal code. So when you are trying out this combination, automatically the number of issues would get reduced there, and you can basically filter out that data. Are you all getting this, friends? Everyone? Please let me know if something is not clear for you. I can just take that. So this is Brazil, India. So since it's a global superstore, we have the data for almost everything. For all locations, we are having the data. Any questions here, friends? Asini, Jayashri, Samir, Shantini, any questions? So this part is fine, right, for you? Okay. So the examples what we have used there in the maps is something very similar to this. So editing the unrecognized location. So whenever I'm adding city there to this particular detail, there are ambiguous columns which are coming, because there are many cities which could be in one or more countries. So there is Aberdeen in Scotland, Syria alone, and South Africa. So this particular city is found in more than one country also. So that's why there is an ambiguity there, and unrecognized countries and things like that. So once you add the country and state, that is the parent level, you will be able to see that data. So automatically these issues get resolved. So for our data, despite adding the country and state, this was not, the number of issues didn't get reduced, so we had to add the postal code also to that. So then after that it got fixed for us. So we just initially had the city alone, so that's why we were having more issues with the city. So for now it is not showing any issues for us. The reason is, like, I have filtered out the data. So once I'm clicking here and re-adding it, automatically that issues, the recognized location with this thing, that would come for us. Okay. Now is this clear, friends, everyone? Friends, do you have any questions? No. moving on. So we just saw how to add the things and make, and so you can also edit the locations and enter the country name, start typing name, country names, whatever you know. Okay. So this is something like what we have. Okay. And coming to this part, coming to this geocoding. So still there are certain locations which are not recognizable by Tableau. Whatever locations you give, those things you might not be able to represent the data in Tableau automatically. Okay. So will not recognize the street data. So for example, street address, if you are giving your street address, whatever is your street address. I'm saying I'm in Bangalore and my street address is number 10 Shobha Apartments and this is in Marasalli in Bangalore. So if I'm giving that location directly and I won't be able to recognize this particular data there directly, it may or may not recognize that. So street address, you have to create a custom geographical roles for this. So in order to identify your street or things, you need to do something called custom geographical code. Okay. So for that, what we need to do is you need to import your custom geocode to your data first. So for that, you need to create one or more CSV files with your location. And friends, there is a data set which is there for this module. I think you can all download the data set and keep it ready. So it might be useful for you in seeing the custom geocodes or other information there. So mapping, I have separate files for maps. So have you all downloaded this data set, friends, for this map? Okay. So friends, please download this data set for the mapping. So we might use some of that mapping data sources, what we might be using there as well. Okay, so here we are going to use one of the CSV files, friends. Okay, so one of the CSV files we are going to make use, and we need to create a custom geocode for those cities. So why we need to create custom geocodes? Can anyone tell me why we are creating customized geographical codes, friends? So why are we creating this custom geocodes, friends? Okay. So here, friends, I am just going to show you a CSV file here. So why we need a custom geocode, friends? To create your own map? Yeah, exactly. That's true. So to resolve the unknown issues also, lab. That is right. That's true. So here, friends, what are we doing? I have a CSV file created. Okay, so this CSV file, if you see, this has my mapping information. That is, it has my country information, it has my branch name. So This is for example, this Bank of China wanted to create a custom map for them. So when they come to their home page, they would like to show what are all the countries that are available there for them, and what are the locations in which their ATMs are spread across, and where and all their offices are there all over the world. They would like to represent that data in a map. So for this, we cannot use Tableau's default data, what we are having. So we may have to create something called custom geographical codes like this. For example, here they are given the country name, Singapore, the branch name, Singapore branch, and the latitude is this and the longitude is this. So whenever you are creating your custom geographical codes, well, you should know what latitude and longitude you are going to create this particular map. So that is one very important thing what you should know always. So how to do this custom geocoding? So this is the file what we would be having in order to do this custom geocoding. So you can try it offline. So as we have break for next 2-3 days time, you can try these things at your site and you can practice it. Okay. So first thing is create one or more CSV files with your location data. So this option, create a schema.ini file, is not mandatory now, it's no more required. So second one is import their files into Tableau and assign geographical roles to your field. So first you need to import this file into Tableau and then make this, assign the roles to your field. So this is the steps what we are going to perform. Okay. So the first thing is create a CSV file. For creation of the CSV file must contain latitude and longitude columns. The latitude and longitude values you add must be real numbers. Make sure to include at least one decimal place in specifying these values. So these are some of the guidelines what we need to follow when creating a custom geographical code. So I have this file created already for me, and this is available for you all as well. You can download this data set. Okay. So after this file is there, this is not mandatory, so I am just skipping this step. How to add a geocode there? Okay. So you go to the geocoding option, import custom geocoding. From where you need to import, you click on import and click on OK. So here what we need to do, we just go to this map option. There is something called geocoding which is available. And I am saying import my custom geocoding. Okay. Actually I am having some issues with my Tableau there, friends, because it is installed in one of my network drives. So what happened is it's not allowing me to import this geocoding part. So maybe if you are all able to do, I can just guide you all. If you all have this file with you, friends, do you all have this file? This branch file with you? Please let me know if you are all able to see this branch file with you, so that you can all do, and you can share your screen. I will just guide you how to do that. Yeah, Tableau Public we don't have this option. So how about the others who have activated their license? Are you having Tableau desktop? And do you have this option? Samir, how about you? Are you able to see this? I believe you are using Tableau desktop, right? Okay, Prajapti, yours got expired, okay. How about Samir? Samir, I think you have a Tableau desktop, right? Okay, you are able to see that I'm just making you as a presenter, Samir. You can just share your screen so that we will continue this because in mine it's not working as it is. Mine has got installed in a network drive. I won't be able to show you that. Let's see it from Samir's system for now, friends. Okay. I'm just making you as a presenter. Yeah, sure. No problem. Okay. Okay, Samir, I think can you just show, you have given me the control? Okay, that's great. So friends, if you see from this screen what we are able to see, can you see here? So we have this under map options, we have something called background images or background maps. Let me know if I need to expand this window further. I think this is okay, right? You are all able to see me fine, right, friends, everyone? So, okay. So what we will do, we will import this custom geographical code from here, friends. Okay. So we'll just go to the geocoding option and we will click on this import custom geocoding. So we need to know where the CSV file is located. Samir, can you help me where this file is located? The CSV file for the custom geocoding. Did you get that file, the dataset on module 6? Yeah, mapping, yeah, correct. Do you have a CSV file with this for me? Okay, I think we don't have the CSV file located there in that file. I believe that's why nothing. We are not able to see anything there. Not an issue. So what I will do is I'll just let me see if I can share this file to you all, or can I upload this file from somewhere? Or let me just do one thing, friends. I'm just giving the first 4 or 5 branches alone. I'm just pinging you this content, Samir, or if I'm not able to send this file, what I will do is I'll just ping you this now in chat window. Let me give you this geographical role. I just pinged you, Samir. Can you just open a CSV file? Hong Kong MTR, the background images. Do we have a CSV? Yeah, we have this module 6, Bank of China branches, this one, this file. Yeah, this is the file, what we need. Bank of China branches, custom geocode. So why this was not recognized there in your import? So yeah, this is the file. Can you go to this location, the same location, Samir? Bank of China branch, and try it from yours. Okay. Have you extracted the folders, or can you copy paste that somewhere? Can you take that file out, Samir, from that folder? Can you copy and paste it in your desktop? Yeah, that file alone. Copy that and paste it somewhere outside in your desktop. Yeah, now you try. Okay. So it is basically asking for us for a folder there to get recognized there. So this is the folder, right? The module 6 dataset. So what happens if I am selecting the folder? It's not allowing you to select. Okay. So friends, we just need to, what we need to do is I'll just show you. So from here, thank you, Samir. I think this is fine now. I think we are not able to get that file. I'll just show how things will work after we do that. I'm sharing my screen. So once you import this data, friends, this Bank of China custom CSV folder from the zip file. So once you import this, you will be able to see something like this. So you just need to set import files from the CSV in this directory or import from current workbook. So Samir, you have an option to check this. Import from current workbook. Can you give? Import all CSV files in directory instead of selecting this option. Are you able to select the second option? Import from current workbook. Okay, that option is not working for you. Okay, it's not a problem. So what happens is generally under this administrator folder and desktop there, are you the admin for the system? It's not your office laptop, right? You are the admin here. Okay. So maybe you can just create a yeah, I can open the CSV file, but I'm not able to see it here. From my system, the issue is it is mapped to one of my network drive there. So from my mapping options, if I'm just going to this geocoding and import custom geocoding when I give, it's saying cannot be saved to a network path. Please use your Tableau repository from this and then to a folder on a local machine it is saying. So it's not allowing me to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I can open it in Excel. I can open it in Excel. Yeah, we have selected the folder there, but despite doing that selection, that is not working out. So this is the CSV file, friends, and this is what we will be seeing it. Okay. So let me see. I think I have a data set for this, which I have downloaded recently and created a workbook. Let me see if I'm able to open that up for you. Expanding Tableau's mapping capabilities. Yeah, it's here. I'll show you, friends, how it will look because I have a workbook created already based on this, so not to worry. So whenever you are doing an import, you just need to select the folders there and that import what are the things that you will be seeing. Okay, it's throwing an error for you, is it? Okay. Okay, friends, no issue. So this is what the data set would look like. Can you see here? So after I import this particular data, so for example, I go to this map and I go to this geocoding, I click on import the custom geocoding. So now after I import the data, my data will look like this. So this is how my raw data will look like. Can you see here, this is my data set what I just had added this. Can you see this is what the branch details are looking like. So this is my address of my branch, this is my branch name, this is my latitude, this is my longitude, and these are the number of records. So everything comes over here as a data set for me, friends. So the CSV file, whatever you have imported, that CSV file with all the details what you have given, that will get imported to Tableau like a data source for you. Okay. So after you are done with importing the data source, you just need to assign a geographical fields for those branches. For example, this branch is going to be my geographical role, right? So now what you need to select, so something like here under the geographical role, what you see it over here, this will show you with the imported files geographical role. So this is the default geographical role what Tableau is showing to you all. So since we didn't import this file, after this importing is done, it will show you with the new name there. That is branch name, Bank of China. Like that it will have a geographical role added over here also. So after this is getting added, you will be able to import that particular item there, and you can import your custom geocode data. Yeah, friends, this is available only in Tableau desktop. We don't have it in Tableau public here. Yes, that's right. So when you are importing custom geocoding, the data is stored in a local data folder of your Tableau repository. So this it basically saves your data, and once you are, see, can you see here? There is something called, after this data set is created, I just go to this geographical role and I say it is going to be zip postal code. So you can see the custom geographical role which you had created, that should be available here also. So you should be able to see that custom geographical role which is available here, and you can just assign that geographical role to that particular item. So you can just go to this branch and then select whatever geographical role that you have selected. You can just make that selection. So here if you see, this is the geographical role. I am just right clicking here, going to this geographic role and assigning it to a zip code or a postal code. So after I'm just assigning that value, I can just click on this branch name, and in the map currently it is not able to recognize that 86 locations, whatever I have, because I haven't imported that. So where this branch is there, if you know the geographical locations, you can basically edit the type that geographical locations, and you can basically give that. So if I was able to import this particular file, I will be able to assign a geographical role directly from here. So under the background maps, geocoding, I can just go to import and import that particular CSV file into this. After which my, okay, Samir, were you able to open? Okay, you were able to see it in Tableau. Okay. I think that time there should be some issue. I'm just making you as a presenter, Samir, so that everyone can see that screen. You'll just see. I'm just making you back as presenter. One moment. Okay. Okay, friends. So you were able to open that particular file in this, and this is the latitude and longitude, friends. You can see that this Bank of China branches, what Samir is showing there. Now go to the sheet 1 of this, Samir. Okay, you are giving me the control. Okay, thanks. So now in this branch, friends, what we will do, we'll just go to this geographical role in this branch. Samir, I don't have a control yet. I don't know. It's okay. You can click, not a problem. Okay. I think now I have. Yeah. Not this part. Yeah. You can just click here and go to the geographical role, friends, and assign a geographical role here. Zip code or postal code, you can just assign that. Zip code or postal code from this. So after you assign the zip code or postal code and click on this branches details, so here, friends, the data source what Samir had opened is this one. Now we just need to import this file. Under geocoding, you need to import the custom geocoding from here. So you don't have an option to import it from a normal file. So it is asking you a directory only. So you have created a directory, right, under your project. I think this is module 6 dataset. Or it is not, is it saved as a zip file, Samir? I'm just selecting the folder. Yeah, I saw that you are directly opening that file in Tableau. Yes, that is possible. I actually wanted to open it through the custom geocoding option, Samir. Yeah, I saw that. You opened that file using Tableau, I saw that. It's not getting opened when you are trying to make a folder there and open it, right? Okay, let me try for the last time. If it is not working, friends, let me just tell you. So, so Samir, for yours, I'm just going it. This is the module 6 data set, right? And let me wait. This file is not getting open there, and also your folder is not coming there, so that's okay. So you can import it from a custom directory only. Let me go to your desktop. Here is the file. Create a new folder. Let me try this, friends, for the last time. If it is not working, we'll just know that this is how we need to import the custom geocoding. So, Samir, you were having some issue with your driver, right? Excel driver, which was not getting opened in a legacy files. You were not able to open it sometime before. Yeah, I think it's somewhat related with that because it's not trying to show that file itself what we have created. Okay, friends. Thank you, Samir, for your time there. So I think we are not able to see that here, so that's fine. Anyway, I'll just show you. So this is how it will look, friends. After you import it, so once you activate your Tableau desktop license, you should be able to do this. So here, this particular file, once you are seeing that this Bank of China data, so you can basically see the branch names and those details assigned to this branches by directly selecting this geographical role, and you can basically edit the locations and you can give the data. So if you know the geographical role data for this, for example, if I need to edit this location, I can edit the, I'm going to enter a latitude, longitude here, friends. So since we have the data with us, so Agnes, let me just search for this. Okay, let me give a geographical role for this particular thing. Let me take this latitude as this value. I'm manually entering the latitude and longitude, friends. Okay. So, and the longitude would be this. Let me enter this value directly here. Okay, I'm clicking on OK. So, I have directly entered the latitude and longitude information here, friends. Okay. So, similarly, I will just enter a latitude, longitude. So since there is not going to be a realistic data, I'll just enter something, what I know, what I have for now. So let me enter one more latitude and longitude, this 3567, and the other one I'll be saying as 139. Okay, so this is what this file is doing. I'm just doing it for now manually. I'm clicking on OK. Okay. Now can you see? As soon as I drop my branches, the two branches, whatever I set, Anson branch and Agnes Italy. So these two branches locations have been automatically recognized here. So this is what basically my import would have done. I'm just showing that import to you since this is not working for me. I'm just showing that to you manually. Samir, you can also try the same. You can basically enter a latitude, longitude from this file and you can just take that. So similarly for other locations, I can just take this and enter the latitude, longitude. For example, there are 84 other unknown locations that is available. I can just enter this like this for the unrecognized locations. So wherein you can manually enter the latitude, longitude, because here like since we are not able to open that file, we are doing it manually here. So this is for Australia, this is the latitude and this is the longitude. I'm just copying this. Now there would be one more symbol which comes under Australia, you see. I'm just clicking on OK. Okay. So I'm just clicking on OK. Okay. I think I entered the same value there by mistake. Let me enter a new latitude, longitude. Okay. So this is what it is, friends. So now we have a latitude, longitude for Bahrain representative office. It is showing it in Australia, but actually it should have shown it in Bahrain. So when you know certain things and when you can assign some geographical roles for certain branches, so now what happens, you see, the branch names are coming here in details and I'm able to see that, and in label also I can just enable the branch names so that I'm able to see the branch names there displayed automatically. For the countries, I'm just adding a branch name into label. And you see here, Bahrain representative office, Agnes Italy, Asian, ASEAN branch. So whenever you wanted to create something like this way, in a custom way, you can make use of this custom geocoding there. So how to do that? Just go to this map, go to geocoding, import the custom geocoding. So before which you need to have a CSV file which has the latitude and longitude information with the branch name, with the branch details, everything it should have, and you should be able to use that data after that. This is fine, friends. Are you all getting me? Please let me know if some of you are not clear about how to do this custom geocoding. This is clear for everyone, friends. Samir, Shantini, Shweta, Prajakti, Lopita, Lav, Jayashri, Hasini, everyone is clear? Do you have any questions here? Okay. So should I have to enter the values manually for now? So not always you need to enter values manually, friends. So here, since mine was not working, I didn't have to. I have to enter it manually just to show you that view. However, in normal scenarios, for you this should work always. This map and import this custom geocoding. This option should work for you, so you should not have any issues. The issue would be only when you are not able to import this file. That point of time when you want to represent some data in a map, then you might have to do it manually. Or else you need not do. This is clear, Prajakti. So if here what we are doing is, friends, nothing but we are basically importing this data. So importing this latitude and longitude into Tableau. So that file, whatever we are importing, will be kept in your local system folder, and from there it takes it. So that's what it does. So in your local folder under mapping sources, I think it should be there. So where this file will be there, I think it should be available under your My Tableau repository. There should be a folder called My Tableau repository, friends, for you. And there is something called map sources. And you see here there are some files like TMS files, Tableau mapping sources, and there are also other workbooks, the data sources, the bookmarks, the connectors, like that. This particular thing would be available here, I believe, under the mapping sources. You should be able to see that. Okay, your internet got disconnected, is it? Okay. Okay, Samir, you can just log in back, or if you are not able to log in back, let us know. So this is what we saw now, friends. This is how we will be importing the custom geographical roles based on the zip postal codes there. So this is what we did. So it stores your custom geocoding. When you are importing the custom geocoding, data is stored in a local data folder in your Tableau repository. To import custom geocoding, your Tableau repository must be on a local hard drive. So mine is not in a local hard drive, so I think that's what the problem was. What happens to my custom geocoding when I save my workbook? When you are saving your workbook, a packaged workbook, the custom geocoding data is packaged within the workbook, and you can open it and import the data anytime. That's what we did. So we assigned a geographical role for this, and now after we assigned a geographical role, we were able to see the maps with the custom geocoding options here, with all the maps with the custom geocoded thing appearing. Is this clear, friends, everyone? So we'll take a break for 5 minutes time, and we shall continue with this polygon maps. Or if you want me to continue, I can continue, friends. Anything is fine. Okay, I think we can continue. That's what most of you are saying. So we will continue this option. Okay. So now there we just go to a concept called polygon map. So what is a polygon, friends? What is a polygon here? So polygon is going to be an irregular shape. So generally polygons are used to store spatial data. So spatial geographical information, that is, for example, if you want to represent a boundary, sanctuary is there, and you would like to see the boundary of that sanctuary, and that information if you would like to see, that point of time we make use of something called polygon maps. Okay. So it is something like a irregular shaped polygons, and which has some irregular shapes, not a predefined one, but it will have a boundary representation. So from where to where this particular sanctuary is located. So you must have seen in Google Maps that whenever you are making use of certain attributes, when you are searching for some sanctuaries or things, you should be able to see a boundary there with this representation. So how far this particular park is spread, or these things you should be able to see. Or something similar in nature you can see in something called polygon maps here. So what this polygon map is going to do, we'll see that. So polygon map in Tableau is nothing but a filled map. So what you get over there. So once you are taking the country there, it is representing each and every country in a different shape. We saw this example. So sum of quantity with a detailed view of being country is represented with the help of polygon map. This polygon map is nothing but a filled map what we saw. So we just took this country and we just saw a field map. So that is very similar to this polygon maps what we are seeing here. And you can see that with various shapes and colors you can add that, like country, state, postal code can be represented. Okay, I'll show you an example of this polygon map, and also I'll just tell you how things are working with the sample superstore. So first what we will take the state information. So I'm just taking the state, representing this data. I'm making it as a polygon map, that is a field map. I'm making the sales based on colors for now. So based on the sales, the colors, various colors will get highlighted. Or I'll make the sum of sales in 5, and I'll make profit based on colors. So now you can see like various maps got created for each and every object there, and I would like to display the state names and things. This is the state Texas, and this is the sales and profit is this much, and this is how it is. The other states are looking. So now when you see this, the option what you see, you are saying a field map kind of appearance where it displays you the data also along with this. Okay. So now this is the data what we have for United States, and there are other places also. There are like other places other than this. So I'm just adding a country specific data. So I'm adding country also here, friends, to this map. Okay. So now we have the data for all the countries. I'm just zooming it to be making it bigger. So maybe I'm just removing the sum of sales as it is cluttering my view so much. So for now I'll just have this alone, friends. Okay. Let's take India here. Can you see here? I'm just using this tool. I'm just making the span. This we call them a span symbol. So what you can do here is you can just down click this, click here and drag this further to see like how the things are looking. So this is the map for India, and this is like Pakistan and other regions which is just showing on top of that. India, Jammu and Kashmir is coming here. Okay. So this is our map, friends. Okay. So here if you see, these have been the sales all over the regions and what are the business that are making profit. So here what I can do is, friends, I can basically click on individual items which are loss making. So like states like Pakistan, Punjab, where it is making loss mostly. So I'm just going to either click that state, click that particular places individually, and I will be clicking on the loss making states alone, Turkey, Ankara, and I can just click on the other states where we are making losses alone. So I can basically select on these individual states, and after doing the selection I can click on this. I can just go to a group and create a group members here. So group by state and country I am saying. Can you see here the countries whatever I selected, these are like a loss making country or state. These are like the others. Others are represented in a different color. So what I can use is I can basically make use of these things. I can create a groups and add the groups there to the colors to make it more different. So for now I will just put profit alone on colors. And what we can do here is, based on this we can also make use of this lasso tool. I wanted to show you that lasso tool. So these are something like, there is a tool which is available called lasso search tool. Can you see this? This is the lasso selection tool. And here what you can do is you can basically select these things automatically. So it helps you selecting multiple places and cities here. So that's what this lasso selection tool helps you. Okay. So after I'm selecting the lasso selection tool, you can just go to this group, click on a group by stage and country, and whatever countries you have selected, those alone get selected here in this list. You can just make use of this selections here. So this is what you can do using this lasso selection tool, and this will be really helpful in selecting multiple countries together, and you want to perform some operations on top. So this lasso tool will really help you out in that. So this can help you to create custom territories within the maps, and this will really help you out. So would you all like to try it as a background and let me know, friends, if you are able to do that selection? Are you all able to do that? Let me know if you are finding any difficulty. I need to show that once again, let me know. Are you all able to do this, friends? Please let me know if you are able to do this grouping using the lasso selection. We shall go to the next topic after that. Okay. Presently is asking she has selected, but where to see the groups? Can I make you the presenter project? I would like to see your screen first. Let me know which window I need to make you. I think you have joined only once today. Okay. Then I'll just make that one which is available in default. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I have made you the presenter project. You can let me know once you can share your screen. Okay, not this. Can you ping me which one? I need to enable you as presenter. Okay, no problem. Okay. Yeah, I'm just making you as a presenter from this window. You can share your screen. So after you have made the selection, okay, We have taken the profits and things. Can you change it to filled maps, Prajakti? That is the polygon maps. Can we change it to polygon maps or filled maps from the show me option? Sure, Samir, we can discuss that after this class. We'll just look at that. Yeah, you can just select the second map there, Prajakti. Yeah, second one. Okay. Now you use the lasso selection tool towards your left. Yeah. Select the custom territories. No, you not click that. Yeah, right. That's how you need to. Yes. Okay. Now release your cursor and now go to this group option. Just keep your cursor for a while there. Yeah. Now you will get the group members. Click on group member. Okay. So just click on the show me again. Show me on your top. Show me. Yeah. Yes. So the show me is there. So have you created the group or still I think the group has not been created? Can you please do that once again from that? Yeah. Go to the group options there from the tool only. Yeah. Create a group. It's 5 items selected. Yes. Okay, it's already grouped, is it? Okay. Country, state, group. So whatever countries you have selected on the state, a group has been created for that. Can you see that the country and the state group towards your left in detail? I think it's from last. It is the second one on your marks card. On your marks card. Can you see here? Based on country and state. Yeah. Can you drag that and drop it in colors? Yes. And now can you see the selections whatever you have made and change it to filled map again? Can you change it to filled map? So these are the groups what you have created based on these 5 selections what you made. And change it to filled map? Yes. Second one. First is symbol, second one is filled map. Yes. Correct. And now this country, state and group, put it in color. Yeah. So this is the group what you have created, the one what you have selected using this lasso tool, and the other one is this is the other one what you have selected. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. Okay friends, so everyone got this right, so this is how we need to. So I'm taking back the presenter, right? Project. I'm just taking back. Okay, so now there is one more difficult thing what we need to do is, so what if we do not require non-standard, so if we do require non-standard geographical areas and custom territories, we won't work in that cases. So what I'm saying here is, friends, I have a data set here. Okay, so I have a data set here, friends. So in this data set, if you see, I have UK National Park. Can you see here, in this UK National Park data, if I'm just viewing this data, I'm able to see there is something called park ID, park name, point ID, polygon ID, sub-polygon ID, what is the park name, what is the latitude and longitude. So in certain scenarios, even your custom geocoding may not be helpful for you to represent certain boundaries there. So even your custom geocoding may not work always. So in terms like you with the latitude and longitude alone, you may not be able to do certain action. So after I show you this diagram, I think you all should be knowing that we must have done this diagram during your school days or during your, yeah, it should be hopefully on your school days. So if you've had your education done in India or in any of the schools in India, you might have seen this kind of math during the, like fourth standard, fifth standard, when we were doing fourth grade, fifth grade. That point of time you must have seen this, and we need to connect the dots. Have you all done this, friends? Connecting the dots? Not only in your life we need to connect the dots, but also you must have done it very early as well. Have you done this exercise, friends? Okay. So here if you see, this is what we will ask Tableau to do now. So what we will do, we will give Tableau the points it needs to join, and we will say you define the custom shape and polygon. We will ask Tableau to draw this for us. Instead of we drawing it, we will ask Tableau to do this. Okay. So creating a custom polygon map is something like connecting a series of dots like this. So if you see where each and every area is like a dot drawing there, you just have the axis set and you will be able to get the map right there. So for Tableau, what are the information? So we need to give to tell Tableau that we need a map like this. So what are the information that we need to give Tableau? So prior to informing Tableau that you need to draw this, the data set has to contain specific information. Okay, so what specific information? Like what lines to draw. So do I need to draw a line? Okay. So and where to draw the line? I need to define that. And also I need to define my latitude and longitude coordinates for each and every point in the polygon or each dot here. So I need, this is like a latitude longitude. For each and every point in the polygon, I need to tell Tableau that I need to connect from this latitude, this longitude, this point to this latitude, this longitude, this point. Like that I need to say the connection from where to where it needs to connect. So polygon ID is something like, it's like a unique ID for each and every polygon. So if you see this data what I have shown you there at the background, so this is like a polygon ID what we will be seeing there. So this polygon ID is something what we were seeing here, polygon ID number 5, 6. So for each and every part there is a polygon ID which is associated. Can you see here? This number 5 is assigned for almost all the parts there, and number 6 starts for a new part. So until it was the previous Dartmoor National Park, it was 5, and for Exmoor National Park, a polygon ID has been changed there. The new polygon ID is given. So which says basically within this particular polygon ID, for this particular part, the points are from until 1 until the points are until 55. For one particular park alone, the points are from ranging from 1 until, I think it is more than 55. So it is from 1 until some numbers here. Can you see here 1 to 153. Similarly for the next park, the numbers are going to range from 1 until other, what is going to be the maximum boundary for that. And you have individual latitude longitude. Can you see that? For each and every point the latitude longitude information is changing by a very small level. There is not major change, but the change is at the 0.00563 like that. And the changes are very minute here. So that is also one more thing to observe. Okay, you are all getting this, friends? So this is how we are going to draw. For drawing, for making Tableau draw this, we need this data. You need the latitude, you need the longitude, you need to have a polygon ID, you need to have a sub-polygon ID, you need to have a point, and you need to add these remaining details are not that mandatory, but it's good to have. So for doing that, first you should have these coordinates with you, and then we'll be able to do that. So the polygon ID will identify individual enclosed area, letting Tableau know which point to make up each drawing. So each polygon ID is going to be like, for example, in India, Kaziranga National Park or other national parks, what we have it here. So these things we need to have individual polygon IDs for that. Are you all getting me, friends? Are you all able to follow it up? Let me know if it is difficult. So this is going to be the first point in making you understand this polygon map. If you are not getting this, I will repeat it again. Please tell me, friends, if you are getting this or not. Okay. I understand that you are able to get this now. Okay. So now moving on, how to create this first. So this basically this point ID, polygon ID, sub-polygon ID, drag them to dimensions areas of the pane. This forces Tableau to treat these numbers as discrete instead of values to be aggregated as measured. So initially I have done this already and kept it in this map. So initially this point ID, the polygon ID, sub-polygon ID, since they are on a numeric format, automatically they have been considered as measures. So what you need to do is you need to drag them and drop it into dimensions. So why you need to do that? The main reason you need to do that is when you are dropping something to dimensions, the items become discrete. So the items become discrete here. So whenever you are using those items, the items become discrete there. So in order to make it normal, you need to use that particular thing. So that's what it is. So you need to convert it into discrete. So I'm dropping them in dimensions first. So I need these three important information. One is going to be my polygon ID, next would be my point ID, next would be my sub-polygon ID. These three things I should be dragging and dropping it there. Okay. So after I do that, what next? See, I am taking my part name and dropping it in colors. I am taking my polygon ID, sub-polygon ID in details. Okay. So there is one important thing what I will be using here. So as you all saw this data set here. You all saw this data set, how this is looking. So this is what my data is, and there is something called point ID. So point ID is something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until it's going on. This is going to be a continuous number what we have. So this point ID is going to basically define me from where to where this map is going to get expanded. Can you see here till 156 the point ID is there, and after that again it starts from 1 again for a new polygon. So for a new polygon ID, again it is restarting from 1. So this point ID is something which is going to define my boundaries there. Okay? So I'll just show you how to create this one. So after I show that, you can try it at your end and let me know your results. Okay. So first thing, I need to see my part name. So I'm dropping my part name in colors. So these are the different list of parts what we have. So those things have been coming here. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll take my polygon ID, drop it in my detail shelf. I'll take my sub-polygon ID, again drop it in my detail shelf. Now what I will do, I'll take my latitude, I'll take my longitude. So after I give that, I'm getting a shapes only. So I'm not, so for example, this part is located here and this part is located here. So I'm just getting that latitude and longitude information alone, but other than this, I'm not getting, I need a shape here. You carefully observe distance, till here it would be easy for you to understand. However, I need a shape here. So what shape I need? I need the boundary, actual boundary I need this. So till from where to where this part is getting extended. What is the boundary of this part? I would like to have that information here. But the circle is not basically helping me to find that. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to this marks card and changing the type of this as line. So there is some question why we are getting average in columns and rows. Okay, so average is basically the default measure since it's getting aggregated here, Samir. Whenever, as you all know, the measure values get aggregated by default. So here this measure latitude and longitude are basically getting aggregated as well along with that data. So for example, if you see, so there are various boundaries here, but I'm summing up this data of this latitude and longitude. If you see the full data for this, there are 15 polygons. It is basically summarizing my data. It's adding up my all latitudes, dividing it by number of values. It's adding up my all longitudes, dividing up by the number of values. So 370 values it is aggregating and it is displaying me that data. So that's why you are getting it there as average. The polygon ID is in the sub-polygon ID here, the measure name. That's why you are getting it as average there. Okay, thank you, Samir. So now after I represent this data, friends, I wanted to have it in a different shape there. I don't want it look like a normal circle itself. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to this mark card and changing it to a type line there. And you see now, after I'm changing it to a shape line, it is just changed to this shape. So after I change it to line, I have a new mark called path which is coming. So in this path, basically what I will do, I will add my point ID to this path. So can you see now what has happened? After I added my point ID to this path, I am getting the exact shape of my thing. How exactly I need to, this is what I needed, sir. I needed to draw a boundary. Now, in order to draw a boundary, I am telling Tableau, you draw a line. So that is what I am saying it in the help of marks. I am saying to Tableau, you draw a line. You draw a line using this point ID. Take the point ID and draw a line. So this is very similar to the one what I showed you, friends, in the mapping capabilities of Tableau, where you need to draw a line manually for this map. So how do you draw a line? I will tell you, you draw a line connecting these points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are basically the point IDs. I am asking Tableau to draw a line for me. So that's what Tableau is doing then. So it has created me a shape there and it is drawing me the lines there. So each and every part is represented in a different shape there. So the same thing you cannot do using just custom geocoding alone. You need something more, that is like polygon maps. Under United Kingdom, these parts are located this. In terms of circumference and in terms of area size, it is like these many. This is the biggest one, what we are seeing there. Now are you able to get me, friends, how to create a polygon map? Would you like me to show this once again? Okay, I'm just showing that to you once again, friends, how to do this. Just carefully observe this. So I'm just clearing off the sheet. See, I have these information with me. So what I need my part names, okay. So I'm just taking my part name, dropping it in my color. So each and every part is coming there. Okay. Now what I'm taking my latitude and I'm taking my longitude. So each and every part is represented by a circle here. So this we do it in any map, we do this. Okay. Now there are some more additional information what I can take. I can take my point ID, drop it to details, and I can take my, sorry, not point ID, I should have taken. So I am taking my polygon ID, dropping it into detail, and sub-polygon ID, and again I am dropping it into detail. Now what I'll do, I'm going to change this. I'm telling Tableau, you give me a mark with a line. So each and every diagram gets converted to a irregular shape now. So in this line, basically I want my point ID placed. So I'm dragging my point ID, dropping it in my line. So now a line boundary gets created for each and every point there, and this is going to be my entire geography of that particular park, and this is how this park is getting spread out across that particular region. Okay friends, is this clear now, everyone? Okay. So this is what we saw here, sir. So creating a custom polygon map. This might sound somewhat difficult for you at this stage, but after you practice it again and again, this would be easy for you. Don't worry. So when I started working with polygon maps, it was difficult. Now I'm creating custom shapes for various countries there, and also creating it for various boundaries within my organization where it is expanding, what are the sales trends. It would be used in many places, so it would be really useful for us to create that. Okay, so from slide number 39 we will continue it on the next class, friends. So I'll have to schedule a next week from Monday until Friday we have classes. I will talk with the Geographic people and I will schedule a classes from next week Monday until Friday. Okay, all days we have classes. Okay, so Shweta is saying she is not able to find the data set there. Okay, so Shweta, this data set, what you can do is, let me see if I can get this data source for this national park polygons. Okay, this is a TD file extract which I had downloaded it. So what I will do is National Parks Polygon UK. So, since if you are not able to find this data from their data set, what you can do is, you can just create an account here, friends, and use this URL. So, from here you will be able to download this particular data set there. So, there is a sample data set which is available with the files and things are available here. You can basically download this option here. Okay. So from here you can just sign in with your Tableau credentials, and the video will be showing you how to create the polygon maps and things. On towards the downside, there you should be able to see a download link there. You can download the data set along with the workbook, everything you can download it from there. Shweta, you can basically use that. Okay. Okay, friends. So this is what we have it for today. So I'm just stopping the session with today. So friends, I have seen some some people giving feedback on, like, for example, if you have some specific thing there, for example, if you are giving good or excellent or average, so for those things, I would like to have what is the specific reason what you are given, also along with your feedback, friends. So because that will help me understand, like, if you are stating good and you are stating excellent, so what made you say it as good? So what specific things you found that I need to improve? That will really help me in doing that, friends. So please pass on that information also when you are giving your feedback, along with why you are giving that, maybe what specific thing you felt I could have done even better so that it could be excellent. Okay. Okay, friends, wish you all a very happy Diwali, and so next classes will begin from next Monday, friends. So next Monday would be like, what is next Monday? It is on 23rd in India and 22nd maybe in US. It's 23rd in India. Okay. Okay, friends. So that's what I had for you all for today. So you all have a great time there. Same time. It's same time in Shantini. So there is no change in time. Maybe I'm just thinking, if you want to have the class a bit more early, I can just make it early. So do we need to start the class by 6:30 in the morning, India time? Let me know if you wanted to have it by 6:30 India time, or so that we have some more time for us to start. Okay. So Shantini is saying no. Okay. Existing time is fine. Okay. Fine, friends, not a problem. So just thought, like, if we can have. Or else if you want to have me take